Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the fifth graders at Sparlingville School. Asked to come back for a second performance after Cleveland School. We hope you enjoy this. Michelle will tell us what this is all about.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Matthews from Sparlingville School, but as you can see, I am representing the Statue of Liberty. I was in New York Harbor on September 11, 2001. It was a sad day when America was attacked. Our enemies thought we would be defeated. I am happy to say that America has fought back to let all people know we value freedom more than anything else.
Hello, my name is Shane Donaldson from Sparlingville School in Mr. Howard's room, but you can call me Uncle Sam. We value our freedom too, and that is why one of our core democratic values is liberty. Even though our country suffered wrongdoings, we refuse to give in to what was wrong. We thank the police and firemen and women who stand in front to make our country safe. Tonight, Mr. Stapleford and our class dedicate this song to our heroes. We hope you enjoy this original song called Freedom Will Stand.
She looked on when vigilance failed, but freedom stands its ground. This freedom will stand.
Come here. Come here, I want a picture. Let's take a
Thank you, Mr. Stapleford, and students. Didn't they do a great job? They certainly did not fumble on the words like myself. And wonderful. Children just pull right through. I'd like to turn the rest of the program over to Mr. Main Guy and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Probably should take a few minutes to give everybody a minute to dry their eyes after that performance. This time I'd like to introduce some other featured entertainment that we have especially planned for your listening enjoyment tonight, and that is the many students and adult members of the School of Strings of St. Clair County. And they've assembled this evening as the Stringendo Fiddle Club. Many of these students attend the Port Huron Area School District in various buildings. Some of the members work in the buildings in the district. Some members are parents. I have a medley of some Irish music that the kids have been preparing for this, the St. Patrick's Month celebration. We're going to play a medley of those songs for you right now, so we hope you enjoy them. The director of the School for Strings and our lead violinist this evening is Dr. Rebecca Brown. And she has worked very diligently with all of these students, many of whom have been playing the violin as little as 1 year, some closer to 2. So, thank you.
I'm just going to go over here. Dan, get that boat down.
Absolutely.
from the exploratory string projects, which we did in the public schools actually all over the county. And we're hoping to continue to give. Our original grant was funded by the Community Foundation, and that grant lasts for 1 more year, and we will be looking to continue our program with matching funds from the PTAs, PTO organizations from the county, and matches from the state arts council. I hope that you enjoy our program, and you will consider having this program in your school, which I haven't been able to have it yet.
program here and leading up towards the dinner hour, I'd like to take just a couple of minutes from Sparlingville and mention some acknowledgments. First and foremost, all of our students who participated in tonight's event in one form or another by their artwork, which you see depicted of the many heroes on the placemats underneath your place settings. For our art teacher, Mrs. Shank, and all of the lunchroom staff who coordinated the working on this project as time allowed. We couldn't have had the decorations without the students. Most importantly, the Founders Day Committee. Now, when I say committee, I see a lot of heads turned. No, we're not signing up for anything tonight, all of the PTA members who know how committee organizations work. But ours, chaired by my wife, Veronica, made this all possible. And again, thanks to her and all of the committee. Thank you. I have one last line before I turn the entire program back to Council President Linda Miller. If you would join in this thought, the theme for tonight's program was determined by our planning committee at its very first meeting. Although there have been many reminders of our freedom and focus on the effects of the events of September 11th, we as the PTA wanted to provide our children an opportunity to recognize those individuals who provide for them a safe community in which they can live, learn, and play, which goes along with and maintains our motto, national PTA motto, every child, one voice. So if you all would, let this dinner be the children's voice in saying thank you and God bless America. Linda.
What I'm going to do is start with our program because it's going to be another 10 minutes before dinner. That way we're not sitting around and wasting any time, which I know we all don't like to do. Okay, I'd like to start with introductions, and I'd like to say that we have almost 300 people coming tonight, which to me shows how much you really appreciate all the individuals that have volunteer time at your individual schools and how much they contribute for your students just by your attendance here. When I first started doing this about 4 years ago, we only had 140 people, so we've kind of doubled the amount of people coming, and I really appreciate everybody taking the time to do it. I'd like to introduce my council officers for this last year, and I'd like to have them stand when I call their name. Cindy Carlson, Vice President. Patty Bayless is Vice President. She had to quickly run out because her son was having a special awards banquet, but I'll reintroduce her when she comes back. Karen Lee, Secretary. Kim Phipps, Treasurer. Ken Kraft has been our administrative rep and has done a wonderful job working with us. This has been his first year. Deborah Ladensack has been our elementary school principal. And Tom Abernathy has been our middle school rep. I'd now like to introduce some special guests that we have here tonight. Lauren Hager was planning on coming with his wife, but is still in session working on an education bill, which I think is a far more important place for Lauren to be. So that's fine. We'll go without Lauren, but I did want to let you know he had wanted to be here. I do have Mrs. Eileen Howe here, and she's a past PTA Council President. Could I have her stand up, please? I also have Chuck Meeker, who is a winner of the 1998 District Service Award and the 2000 Michigan PTA Life Membership Award. Larry Aingbrandt, who's council past president for 1979 to 1981. Mary Pocadillo, who is the 1997 District Service Award recipient and 1999 National PTA Life Membership recipient. I'm pleased at this time to introduce members of the Michigan State PTA who drove a long way just to attend our ceremony, and believe me, Sue puts all kinds of miles on her vehicle. I'd like to introduce Sue Bellows, who is the Michigan PTA president. And I'd like to have Sue come up and maybe say a few words.
Sit there for a second. Thanks. Good evening and welcome to this wonderful evening. I love going around the state, and like she said, I do a lot of traveling, and unfortunately for my husband, they're both leased vehicles. So when we turn them back in, the people love to have us come back in and pay for our vehicles, because last time it cost me almost $700 in over mileage. But Linda had asked me previously to talk just a little bit about PTA and where we were and how we stood after 9/11. And I don't think I have to tell you all that. We all know how we felt. We all know. The way I see it, 9/11, September 11th last year, is going to probably be this generation's where they were when John Kennedy was killed, which is when, when I was a child in school. That happened when I was in 4th grade. Do the math. Okay. And then, the predecessors before that was where were you when Pearl Harbor was bombed? And it's unfortunate that children have to go through these types of uncertainties and these types of frightening things that happen in the world, but we need to make sure that we stand strong and tell them that unfortunately bad things do happen, but there are an awful lot more good things that happen because their parents are involved in their school and because their parents and other adults care for them and for their schools. And I think that's all I'm going to say about that. But I do want to express our appreciation from the Michigan PTA Board of Managers to all of you and all of the schools in the Port Huron area that support children in your district. You people are doing incredible things in your schools. And we very much appreciate that because it makes the rest of us look very good. When we can say we represent over 85,000 members and many of them are here in this region and in this district, we say that you represent us very well rather than the other way around. So I do want to tell you how much we appreciate all of you and everything that you do and all of the hours that you work. One little aside, University of Michigan did a study several years ago that said that people on average that average approximately 40 hours per year of volunteer work live an average of 7.5 years longer. So think about that for a moment. Those of you that are volunteering 40 hours a month, you're going to live forever. And while you do it, you're going to feel really good about yourselves because volunteering causes those endorphins to release that increase your self-esteem and lower your blood pressure. So you're going to live forever, you're going to feel great, and you're doing it all for the children of your district. So I thank you very much for inviting me to come this evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, now I'd like to go on and I'd like to introduce Mr. Bill Kimball, our superintendent. He has some introductions that he'd like to make.
I'd like to start by congratulating Linda Miller and thanking her publicly here tonight for the incredible amount of time that she has spent the last several years. If you could join me in thanking her. I think Linda's going to live forever if it's based on the volunteer hours. On behalf of the Board of Education and the employees of the Port Huron Area School District, I would like to thank the parents for the involvement that we have in our school district. I get out a fair amount to other school districts following our kids and their teams and activities, and invariably, wherever I go, we have more parents and students at our away games than the other teams do at their home games. And this community has built a terrific school system based on parent involvement. And I would hope that would always continue. I probably have said this over the years maybe 10 or 15 times in front of this group. I really truly believe you have the kind of schools that you're willing to stand up for and that you're willing to get involved in. And I think this school district is a great district because of the parent involvement that we have now and have had for a number of years. I have a list of people that are here representing the administration and the board, and I think rather than reading all of those names, I would just ask that all of the administrators from the school district and the board members, if they would just stand and be recognized. Don't be bashful. I've seen a lot of you are here.
We'll call out their names if they're not going to stand up.
Every year we have a great number of our administrators and board members that come to this dinner and they believe, like I do, that the PTA is a very, very important part of the Port Huron Area School District. Thank you.
Okay, no high sign yet for dinner, so we'll go on.
They're all set.
Oh, they're ready? Okay. What we've done is we have the lines, 2 tables set up, lines on both sides. I guess let's start with the people in the far section can head on that side, and the people over here can head here. And then during dinner, please feel free to go back to the silent auction, and when you get a second plate, then put in some bids on some stuff. And as the tables get up and the line gets going through, it's going to go fast. I trust you all to be adults and go up there and get in and get your food. It's kind of hard to say this table and that table at this time. Do it. So please get up and go. And thank you, Dan. We're going to continue and on with our program. I have an insert that's not on your printed program because I just found out Tuesday that our area had a State of Michigan Reflections winner, and I was able to get a hold of them, and the little girl and her mom and sister were able to come tonight, so I'd like to recognize her and squeeze her into this part of the program. I hope you've been able to see the display. We have a display over there. I have her picture right here. She took a picture of her mother, and it looks like her mother's holding her little sister, and her little sister's in a star. She was also a winner last year. She placed second. This year she's third in the state for photography. And I'd like to introduce Lori Rates, who's in 2nd grade at Thomas Edison Elementary, and her mother Karen and sister Amy are also here with her. Can I have you come up, please? Congratulations, Lori. You've got a wonderful talent here, and what we'd like to do is, on behalf of the PTA Council, we'd like to give you a certificate here that maybe your mom can have framed for you, and this will be something that you've got until you go to the Reflections banquet that they have at convention, and they'll have the big ceremony there where you'll be able to be up on stage and get something. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Okay, I believe we're very lucky. We have a school administration who has always put our kids first. And a few years ago, the district reviewed our school's emergency plans and developed emergency classroom kits. The project was headed up by Bob Beeden, and it took many months to develop and complete. Bob worked with the community police, fire, and emergency personnel to come up with manuals for the schools. The police have the manuals, the fire, the EMS, anytime, if they ever have to respond to one of our schools for any emergency, whether tornado or whatever, they have manuals for each school. They know where all the placements of the buildings, where all the rooms are, the teachers, everything. Our kids are totally covered. Our local businesses then donated monies that paid for, and we made over 800 kits. These are 15-gallon emergency kits. If you haven't already seen them, each classroom has one. Bob contacted me, and I contacted parents, and we helped assemble the kits, which took 3 months, sometimes 5 days a week, but fortunately, we've never had to use these kits yet, and I hope that the need never arises that we have to. So on behalf of that, and in celebration of our theme, God Bless America this year, we also want to reflect on what it is to be an American, especially after what happened September 11th. And we'd like to take time tonight to give thanks to those people who provide the safety and security to all of us daily. And with this in mind, the PTA Council wanted to acknowledge the efforts of our local emergency personnel and award them with a plaque in honor of their daily efforts to make life safer for our whole community. With that, I'd like to introduce the people and have them please come forward. I have Tom Hukka, Manager, City of Port Huron. I'm not sure if everybody's here. They were going to try and make it. If they're here, I'd like to have them come up. Jeff Stout for City of Port Huron Fire Department. Lieutenant Mark Rosso, Neil Rosso, City of Port Huron Police. M. Kewen, City of Port Huron Police Community Services Officer. Oh, please stay up here.
I sure can. Mr. Hodgkins, do we have back up on stage?
Troy Feldman, St. Clair County Administrator. Jeff Friedland, St. Clair County Emergency Manager, and his wife are both here. Captain Barry Brockdorf, St. Clair County Sheriff. And if you notice, they've all dressed in dress uniform. Bob Wyatt, Tri-Hospital EMS. Fire Chief George Rothstein, Kimball Township Fire Department. Fire Chief Kevin Harrison, Birchville Township Fire Department. Fire Chief Ron Nichols, Fort Gratiot Fire Department. And Assistant Fire Chief Dick Nolte, Port Huron Township Fire Department. And could we please give them all a round of applause? And Dan Mangay is representing Port Huron City Fire Department. Thank you very much. I would like at this time to again remind you Lauren Hager was going to be here and was unable to, so the next part on our agenda then is going to be, I'd like to introduce Cindy Carlson, who is Council Vice President. She's been in charge of membership, and she has membership awards to hand out for 100% membership and 100% staff. Cindy?
Okay. Congratulations to these schools. Kimball Elementary for 100% membership and for 100% staff. Could we have a representative from Kimball? Thank you. Also, Michigami Elementary for 100% membership and 100% staff. Sparlingville Elementary for 100% membership and 100% staff.
Yep.
For Sparlingville? Thank you. Lakeport Elementary for 100%, oh, actually 108% of their membership goal. Did I miss the other one?
I don't think so.
Okay. Chippewa Elementary for 116% of their membership goal. Chippewa Middle School also received a membership award for the most improved membership. It's tough in those middle schools. Has someone come up? Oh, you took him.
Yeah, I did.
Garfield Elementary for 100% staff. Harrison Elementary for 100% staff. Indian Woods Elementary for 100% staff. Keewatin Elementary for 100% staff. Roosevelt Elementary for 100% staff. And Woodrow Wilson for 100% staff.
Thank you, Cindy. As you can see, I think all the 100% staff tells in itself that we had 8 schools, I believe, that achieved 100% staff, which shows a lot of continued support for our PTAs from our teachers. I'd like to go on now, and we're going to go on to the Distinguished Service Awards. And this is where each school gets to acknowledge 1 or 2 people who have made outstanding contributions for their school. We're going to be having students from individual schools read a short statement from that school. If we have no student available, I will be reading it. But this should be much more interesting than me reading them all. Okay, each recipient then will receive a framed Distinguished Service Award from the state of Michigan. They also get a certificate from PTA Council and a DSA pin that has DSA that they wear with pride, I hope, to every PTA event that they go to. And they also have a little flag ornament decoration that the students of Sparlingville have made up for each person. At the time when I do announce, when the student announces the recipient's name, I'd like to have that person come up to the front. And we're going to start with the end of the alphabet this year, because the last 3 years I've done this, we've always started at the beginning. Okay, I'd like to have, as we're doing one school, will the next school alphabetically have their students come up to one side of the podium and be ready then to take over, and we can go through this a little bit faster. I'd like to have the people for Woodrow Wilson please come up. Woodrow Wilson Elementary, the principal is Mark Bechtel, assistant principal John Eastman, and the PTA co-presidents are Christine Tippie and Linda Conley.
Can you come over here?
Oh, yeah, I'll get it. Okay, you're going to read your own separate thing? Okay, talking to that. Say who your name is. I'm so-and-so from Woodrow Wilson.
I'm Shelby Gonzalez in 3rd grade from Woodrow Wilson. I'm Jennifer Conley from Woodrow Wilson, 2nd grade. G is for some of the great games that we play. R is for the readings she does with us each day. A is for the animal charades we can never seem to win. N is for the nail soup story that we will soon begin. D is for the dancing she does in her gym shoes. M is for Mumball, the game she'll never lose. A is for awesome, we love her, she's the best. J is for a jewel, she's a cut above the rest. E is for the energy she brings to Woodrow's staff. R is for her radiancy, she always makes us laugh. I is for her saying, I know I'm gorgeous, but you need to look at the book. Put that all together to spell.
Say it again, honey.
Put that all together to spell. Grandma, Jerry, made in love.
You want to go over and stand by? When Grandma come up, stand by Grandma so you can get in the picture.
Didn't see that one coming, did you? No, I didn't. That's my makeup. Thank
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Courtney Lund, and I'm in the elementary education program at Oakland University, and I went to Woodrow Wilson when I was young. I'm old now. Psychologist Carl Jung once said, "One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched human feelings." I want to tell you about a teacher who does both. In my education classes at Oakland University, we often reflect on our past learning experiences. We discuss our past teachers, the poor, the mediocre, and the superb. I recognize a teacher here as being one of the superb teachers in my past. My professors urge us to use hands-on activities to encourage higher-level thinking, to get the children involved and excited. They say this is the new way to teach. The teacher I am here to talk about was already doing this when I was in his classroom in 1988, and I'm sure it started long before that. When I think back to 4th grade, I have a vivid recollection of being an active participant in the classroom. We didn't just read about pioneers, we became pioneers. We dressed and acted the part, eating beef jerky on our own wagon train. We had to work together as a team to figure out to handle problems similar to what the pioneers faced. When it was time for us to report on the presidents of the United States, we didn't simply just write a report. As Jimmy Carter, I stood in front of the class. I talked about Jimmy Carter's presidency and life as if it were my own. The rest of the class acted as reporters, asking President Carter questions that I, as a 4th grader, had to be prepared to answer. I have fond memories of my teacher as a storyteller. He shared with us the legend of King Arthur and the Round Table. He knew the stories by heart. We did not need illustrations to become involved in these stories, only his voice to guide our imagination. I remember dinosaurs, kickball, working on the class newspaper, and planning the class election. The year I was in 4th grade, every student joined the chess club. Well, every student except for me. I finally learned how to play chess a couple of years ago. It was not easy. I couldn't help but think of my teacher teaching all those 9-year-old students how to play this complex and very much adult game. It gave me a new admiration for him and for his patience. The teacher I'm talking about is Woodrow Wilson's Tom Gillen. Mr. Gillen is a dedicated and inspirational teacher. He finds ways to motivate every student, to capture their attention, and more importantly, to gain their respect. One of my professors recently asked me if I had ever taken the time to thank him. Regrettably, I had to answer no. So let me take this time to say, thank you, Mr. Gillen. Thank you for touching not only my life, but all of your students' lives over the years. Thank you for respecting us, putting up with us, consoling us, and recognizing the potential in all your students. It will never be forgotten.
Smile, here we go.
Our next school is Thomas Edison Elementary. Principal Mary Jo Heck. PTA co-presidents are Jeff Fleury and Sue Harder, and I'll be reading. Our nominee has served as membership chair. She helps out in the classrooms, chaperones field trips, and has served on the 5th grade dinner committee. She also assists with the set construction of school concerts. Compassion can be seen in everything this parent does. Children are drawn to her caring ways. She is Thomas Edison's medicine woman and gets to know each of the children personally. She's called upon often to read to kindergarten students. She takes the time every day to read with a child who needs additional classroom help. She's also been seen dressed as the Easter Bunny. No one can outdo her school spirit. She also serves as service personnel. We're thankful for all she does and wish to honor Tricia Harmon.
This way, Tricia. Linda, hold still.
Next, we have Sparlingville Elementary, Principal Leah Gourlay, PTA President Dan Mainguy. And to read their first nominee, we have
Madeline Harris.
okay.
Our first nominee has consistently gone beyond her job description to live up to her motto, get those books in the hands of children. She not only runs the ever-changing media center with a professionalism one might find in a master teacher. She can be found doing the repairs on equipment. She is always ready to order videos, process new books, run our book fair, work cooperatively with the PTA on activities, and attend many evening meetings. She is willing to assist whenever and wherever she is needed. She truly cares for the children of Sparlingville and nurtures in them a love of reading. We know this because of the gentle way she reads lovingly to each class and goes out of her way to find a particular book for a child. Students are first in her eyes. Congratulations, Miss Marie Stadalinkas.
Turn for the camera. There we go, Miss
Hi, I'm Ryan Archibald in 4th grade, Spartanville Elementary. It is surprising that our second nominee has not been given this award in the past. She has given many years of dedicated service to Spartanville. During the 25 years as an employee, she has provided countless hours of the PTA to the PTA classrooms, teachers, and other school-wide functions. There would be not as many activities and successful programs without her help. She maintains a positive attitude at all times. Not only does she give herself at school, but she also plays an active role in the activities of Kim Township. I am proud to announce a true founder of PTA. And DOL stands for Congratulations, Joan Archibald.
Get a picture. Grab it. There you go.
I don't want to. Roosevelt Elementary, principal is Mary Ann Wiegand. PTA president is Cindy Mervich. And I guess we listen to me since there's no student. A nominee has worn many hats at Roosevelt School. For 10 years, she's been an eager volunteer who can be counted on to help out wherever she's needed. She's been a room parent and chaperoned numerous field trips for her daughters. She's worked at school book fairs, Santa's Secret Shop, and kindergarten roundup. She's a former noon hour supervisor and has been a volunteer for the district community service conducted each spring. She served as chairperson for our annual PTA Carnival, assisted with numerous fundraisers, and held the offices of president and vice president. We'd like to express our thanks and appreciation for the time she gives and for her commitment and dedication to the Little Reds. Congratulations, Mrs. Cindy Hammerly. Our next school is Michigami Elementary, Principal Rico Ruiz, PTA President Karen Lee. Are you reading for Mrs. Roth here? Okay. Reading. Okay, this is what I've asked that you read, honey, because that was too long, okay? I just cut out some of the words.
Okay.
Tell them your name, what your name is.
Okay. My name is Brendan McKinney, and I'm from Michigami. Our first nominee wears the hats of secretary, nurse, banker, purchasing agent, and many more. When our school experienced a change in principals 2 years ago, she made the transition run smoothly. Her continued support of PTA and the endless day-to-day coordination of information and activities for PTA is invaluable. She is loved by students, staff, and parents alike. If anyone is in need of anything in the building, she will have the answers to any and all of your needs. Our lives would not function as well as they do if it were not for her. She has soothed many student tears and she still manages to get everything else done. When we say number one, we mean it in more ways than one. She is and always will be our Michigami angel. Congratulations, Mrs. Karen Ruthier.
Hello, my name is Graham Prout, and I am in Mrs. Gann's first grade. I am here to talk about a very special person who is our lunch lady and a classroom mom for the last 7 years. Mrs. Marilyn Dwyer, as we say at our school, once a Michigan parent, always a Michigan parent. Mrs. Dwyer loves kids and we love her. She helps us in our first grade classroom, our second grade classroom, our fourth grade classroom, and the little kids, the kindergarten class. Mrs. Dwyer helps out in the office and on special projects for all of the teachers and staff. She adopted the school's garden last summer and took care of them, and she helped keep our school looking beautiful. And she helped paint the snail game on our play pad, and she put the word accelerate in the accelerated reading program. As I said before, Mrs. Dwyer is a special person with special gifts, which she used at our Valentine's dance when she sang to us. Mrs. Dwyer, we thank you, need you, and love you. Thank you.
Mr. Prout, wait a minute. Next one. Young Mr. Prout, stay here. Graham. Okay, we just want you to get in with the people that you nominated, that you were reading about, okay? So there, you stay right there. Very good. Linda, you should want to be one. There we go.
I don't want to be in a picture now.
One, two, three. Thank you.
Our next school is Lakeport. Are there any students? Okay. Principal is Deborah Barr. PTA co-presidents are Cindy Hillman and Julie Patterson. Are you reading them both? Okay. I just had to tell a little bit of this stuff. Tell them who you are.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Patterson, and I'm in 5th grade at Lakeport Elementary School. Our second nominee developed a love for reading at an early age. She has shared a deep commitment to family and God with her 3 children. Her household is always filled with laughter, fun, and positive thinking. Since 1966, she has taught kindergarten and grades 1, 2, and 4. Her educational philosophy encompasses the whole child. Because she has the innate ability to perceive a child's needs, angry or defiant, children have been transformed into cooperation, loving ones. She is deeply respected by parents and colleagues alike. She plans on retiring at the end of the school year, moving to Colorado and traveling around the world. Whenever she is found, lives will be touched. Congratulations, Mrs. Clare.
if you haven't seen them yet, these are the little decoration ornaments that are given, little sugar star cookies and stuff to each person.
Okay, wait.
Your speech.
Here's the one that I have. Do you want to do this one or that one? Which one would you want to do? This one. Okay, go ahead. Karen Winters is a one-of-a-kind teacher. No words can express the dedication of love for children that Mrs. Winters has shown in her 30 years of teaching. She has spent many hours meeting with parents and tutoring children who were having difficulty with school on her own time and without pay, even in the summer. She has introduced hundreds of children in sign language and has shared her talent and love of music with them also. She makes learning fun, always thinking of new ideas for hands-on activities and ways to teach the content areas. Her colleagues can tell by the look in her eye and say, "Oh boy, here we go again." What idea do you have now? Her love and concern for each child is shown in her high expectations for them in all areas. She makes every child feel loved and important. She is one of a kind and truly deserves this recognition.
Kimball Elementary Principal is Thomas Navarro. PTA President is Kathy Felix.
It's not supposed to be you, it's supposed to be me. Okay. Well, here. Go ahead, you're here. You said if we had a minute, we could do it.
Our nominee for the Distinguished Service Award has always helped in her children's classrooms. She has a sincere interest in not only her children, but also every child in this school. She offers insight and assistance openly and enhances our school environment. Staying organized is important when you have 5 children. The PTA has benefited from that skill as our treasurer. Congratulations, Kelly Kostanecki.
Here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, Kelly. There we go.
Our second nominee for the Distinguished Service Award is someone who has always been supportive of PTA activities. She attends all PTA meetings and activities and is available at all times to discuss new and old ideas. As a teacher, she is successful at bringing out the best in all of her students. In the classroom and out, she is caring and compassionate. We are honored to have her as a teacher at Kimball and appreciate her support of our PTA. Congratulations, Mrs. Judy Kuschel.
Let's see, principal, so then you can introduce yourself, okay?
Keewatin Elementary, Principal Sally Grigg, PTA President Mary Jo Ainsworth.
I am Brooke Ward from Keewatin Elementary. Tonight, Keewatin would like to honor someone very special. She has been involved with PTA for the past 9 years. Over these years, she has served as president, vice president, and treasurer. Open house, fall fundraising, spring and fall book fair, science fair, sweetheart dance, kindergarten roundup, teacher appreciation, and carnival are just a few of the committees she has helped to make a success. Her time is also spent being a Girl Scout leader, hockey mom, and at ice skating. She's willing to help out at computer lab or venture out on any field trip. Her timeless dedication to Keewatin and PTA has inspired many children and parents to take an active role and volunteer also. We cannot thank her enough for all of her hard work and commitment to our school. Keewatin Elementary presents this Distinguished Service Award to my mom, Beth Ward. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Mrs. Nicholson, Mary Justice, Keewatin Elementary. Mrs. Nicholson has been an outstanding teacher at Keewatin for 9 years. She has touched the hearts, minds, and life of 225 Keewatin children. Her total career in education covers 27 years, finding her in Warsaw, Poland, Alaska, California, Cross Lakes, and Port Huron. In Port Huron, she has taught at Ruth Bacon, Grant, Kimball, Harrison, and Keewatin. Our adventuresome teacher is married with 4 children. She is fondly thought of by her students as friendly, funny, and makes us work hard. Mrs. Nicholson has a great love and knowledge of science. Many days you will see her in her white lab coat involved with scientific discovery. All Mrs. Nicholson students know that you are to work hard and have a good time. She is truly no nonsense with a big heart. Thank you, Mrs. Nicholson, for working so hard to make us the best we can be.
She was unable to make it, so Mary, can you just take this with you and be able to see that she gets it? Okay, thanks. That's quite tricky.
He doesn't give up.
Indian Woods Elementary, Principal Patricia Burnell, PTA President Mike Tim. Okay, you're all three doing something? Oh, just you? Okay, because I can't have all that, it was too long, so you can only get it right there.
Our nominee is an extremely earning and dedicated parent and volunteer. Since 1993, she has been room parent, library volunteer, lunchroom supervisor, and substitutes for all grade levels. All of the students and staff know and respect her. In her PTA roles, she was chairperson of Family Fun Night, the Campbell Soup Label Program, the end of the year hot dog picnic, 5th grade breakfast, kindergarten roundup, and teacher appreciation luncheon. Everything you asked of her is done with an explanatory manner. She always has a smile and it is easy to work with. Thank you for all you do for the staff and students. Congratulations go to my mom.
Say your name.
Mrs. Machado.
Now, I do have everything that the school sent to her. It's in here, so she can see all the other stuff. But we just couldn't read the whole thing, okay? So here, you can give her this. Graceful enough. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Highland Woods Middle School, Principal Dave Epley, Assistant Principal Cheryl Rogers, PTSA President Kim Crawford.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Crawford. I'm in 8th grade at Highland Woods. Our nominee has been in the district for 18 years. It's hard not to notice her upbeat personality and her willingness to help. Everyone who walks into the office always gets a pleasant welcome and a "what can I do for you?" She knows all of the students and parents, and they often stop in just to say hello to her. You will see her at all our night activities, giving up her own personal time to make sure things go smoothly. She runs the games at our basketball. She runs the gates at our basketball and volleyball games. If you need it, she will get it for you. If you need help, she will be there. If something extra needs to be done, she will do it. This is especially true if you're a Michigan State fan. As an essential part of Highland Woods, we couldn't get along without Mrs. Ann Beeden.
Wait, this way. That's good, isn't it? Seems to me now you can.
Harrison Elementary, Principal Deborah Ladensack, PTA President Renee Force. We have a reader except me. Tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Hubble. Harrison enthusiastically recognizes Renee and Rick Force for their commitment to the children and staff at the school. Their contributions to the school have made a huge difference in both programs of students and parental involvement. They have brought the students the Santa Shop and the return of the school carnival. Both events allow the students the opportunity to experience some independence and decision making, as well as the obvious benefit of having fun. The team of Force and Force has also brought more parents into the school to help with classroom popcorn sales, room parent participation, and attendance at our open house. They publish a special parent newsletter describing opportunities for involvement. Both Renee and Rick exhibit tireless commitment to Harrison School. We feel very strongly that their influence will help parental involvement continue blossoming for years to come. We are glad the force is with us. Thank you, Thank you, Renee and Rick Force.
Next is Garfield Elementary, Principal Gary Bates, Assistant Principal Robert Maydell, PTA Co-Presidents Debbie Lobb and Kelly Herber.
The recipient. I'm Tyler Slyford of Garfield Elementary, and I'm in 5th grade. The recipient of this award demonstrates his love for children and Garfield School. He is a friend to all and can be seen throughout the lunchroom daily. For years, he has given a lot to the school by coaching 5th grade boys and girls basketball after school. Even though he is paid for some of his services to the school, he often donates it back. He always has time to make each child feel special. He has one grandchild that attends Garfield, but is like a grandfather to all. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pete Kenny.
No, you don't. One for me.
Are you Garfield? Can you tell them who you are?
I'm Jonathan Herbert from Garfield Elementary, and I'm 7 years old, and I go to Miss Lockwood's class in 2nd grade. Our recipient for this Distinguished Service Award is someone who is always around the school. She has been very involved in both her children's classrooms. This year, she is currently co-president of the Garfield School PTA. She designed and decorated the Port Huron PTA Council's tree for the Festival of Trees. She has assisted the Garfield's Kindergarten Roundup and with the 2001 Founders Day dinner when Garfield School was the host. She also curated the 2001
PTA carnival and raffled by herself. She is always a part of our school, and we appreciate her volunteer time. The Garfield School Distinguished Service Award goes to my mom, Miss Kelly Herber.
You just wanted 4, right?
Fort Gratiot Middle School Principal Craig Delkey, Assistant Principal Tom Abernathy, PTSA President Cindy Ainsworth.
And you're here for which one?
I'm Jenna Muir from Fort Gratiot. His smile when he welcomes you into the building is what everyone remembers most. He's a person you look up to because he demonstrates pride in students. He's not stern or cold, but is caring and warm. He's a friend to many students and takes a genuine interest in them. You can find him cheering at our sports games, even though most aren't during the week. He would also stop by practice to check out our new plays and our progress as a team. He's at all the school dances. His presence and warm smile will be greatly missed at the events to come. He will always remember the wonderful things he did for us. He made coming to Fort Gratiot a wonderful experience. Thanks for being a kind, gentle, and caring assistant principal, and good luck with your retirement. Mr. Abernathy.
The one that you vote is in here. I don't think you can just go ahead and get the people out of your vote. We just didn't have enough time for that.
Hi, I'm Brandy Dunkel from Fort Gratiot Middle School in 7th grade. He always wants the best for you, whether you do or not. He's trying to help, though he may put you on the spot. Sometimes he makes you really mad, but he knows how much better you could have had. He knows how to solve confusion in the school by using his head as his #1 tool. He's not just a regular teacher and always seems to get everyone's best features. You never know which way he's going next, reading a play or taking you on an adventure through a text. He takes time to be there for even one student and gets our respect for being so prudent. With him as our volleyball coach, it's so much fun. It seems like a second and practice is done. During the game, way to go, he shouts, knowing we'll win without any doubts. He doesn't realize how much he means to our school. He has all of our trust and helps us keep our cool. So thank you for not only being a good teacher, but a great friend too, Mr. Bertrand.
Sam, would you like to step one side? One side or the other? Yeah, okay, here we go.
Crawl Elementary Principal Gerald Weaver, PTA President Carla Can. And I don't see any students. Okay. Our first nominee has been a dedicated supporter of PTA since her first child entered kindergarten in 1994. Her induction into PTA was to take on the role of Playground Committee co-chair. For 4 years, she was membership chairperson, an endeavor requiring a great deal of time and creativity. She volunteered as room mother, conducted junior grade books classes, and headed up the OWL program. In addition to these, she continues her commitment to the PTA this year as vice president, class chaperone, and will once again chair the 5th grade graduation. Thank you for your continued support, cheerful attitude, and tireless zeal, Nancy Loftus.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Our second candidate has been involved with the PTA for the past 7 years when she also co-chaired the Playground Committee. For 4 years, she successfully headed up the membership drive along with Nancy, has been a junior grade books instructor, room mother, class chaperone, and volunteer for OWL and 5th grade graduation. As our communications chairperson, she did an outstanding job of keeping parents updated through the PTA corner of the school newsletter, the Crawl Connection. In addition to being a vice president this year, she headed up our successful Christmas bake sale. Thank you for all you do to help make Crawl a great school, Becky Branch. Cleveland Elementary Principal Alex Crittenden, PTA President Tracy Cates. Yeah.
Who's reading paper?
Our first nominee has...
Tell who you are first.
Oh, I'm Ann Rez from 5th grade from Cleveland Elementary. Our first nominee has been with Cleveland for over the past 3 years. She is always there for you with a smile on her face. She is always helping people and know how to make things fun. She's very understanding whenever you need her. She is there. She is someone you can talk to and someone you can trust. Our social worker makes a very important impact on many students who need a special help. She works with the students and families to make a life at Cleveland better. Our students thrive because they know she really cares. Thank you for being so nice and kind and fun, Ms. Yvonne Lee Caldwell. Ms. Caldwell.
Hi, I'm Shakara Crawford from Cleveland Elementary School. Our second nominee is unable to make it tonight, but because of a pre-surgery test. She has taught many different grades at Cleveland during her many years. She has given many personal hours to stay after school tutoring students to make them successful. She has served as sponsor of the Student Council and guided students in many projects to enhance the Cleveland grounds. She has directed student plays as chairperson of the social committee.
She has provided the building with many worthwhile activities. She is always willing to give the extra mile where children are concerned. For all these reasons, Cleveland is pleased to award Miss Susan Pung.
And then, do you want to take this? Chippewa Middle School. Oh, okay. Principal, Ed Bean. Assistant Principal, Lisa Duman. PTSA President, Linda Miller.
Hi, I'm Abby Bates, and I'm in 6th grade.
I'm Carly Bates and I'm in 8th grade. This evening we would like to honor two people who are dedicated, devoted, loyal, and positive.
One of these people is rarely seen in the halls. She spends every day in the office going above and beyond the call of duty. Teachers and administrators are always asking her what to do.
Most of the time her response is, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." Most of the tasks she does are done because she wants to help out, not because it's part of her job. She continually takes care of field trip buses. Most teachers don't even know they're supposed to do it. She has programs for all our special events, done before anyone even remembers they need to be done. She always seems to be one step ahead of everyone else.
The other individuals is seen all over the school. His name will be mentioned by anyone with a problem. Ask any student who they see if they have a real problem with their locker. The answer is not going to be Mr. Bean or Mrs. Duman. It will be this man.
Ask any teacher who needs something moved, whether it's to or from their room, to or from their car, or just from one shelf to another and it's heavy. Ask them who takes care of all of this. They will all answer the same way.
This man is also the one who knows where everything is. He knows where things are stored, who put them there, why they are there, and why they need to stay there, or why they should be. Seriously.
This man also spoils every single one of us. He has friendly conversations with kids, shares a joke or laugh with adults, and makes people smile and brightens their day.
Lunch is a time where he interacts with students continually. His friendly smile, quick wit, and humor make him favorite among the students. He notices which of the students might not have the lunch, seem upset, or are having a problem. He works with special education students every day after lunch. These students totally enjoy the care, concern, and special attention that he gives them.
With people like these two at our school, it is no wonder that students and staff love Chippewa.
Mrs. Habden, our secretary, and Joe, our custodian, are perfect examples of the family feeling that permeates Chippewa. Their positive interactions with everyone around them makes the school feel a great place to be.
Congratulations, Mrs. Habden and Janitor Joe.
You're in this one. Get in there, President. Thank you.
Central Middle School, Principal Mary Ecker, Assistant Principal Tracy Eschenberg, PTSA President Sue Ann Hauber.
Hi, my name is Trisha Gray and I'm in 8th grade at Central Middle School. Thanks for saving the best school for last. This recipient of the Distinguished Service Award has given many years of outstanding service to Central Middle School. Over the years, she has been a penny ward counter, counter, band parent, field trip driver, chaperone, and PTSA officer. You name it, she has volunteered to do it at Central. In addition to all of these things, she has given up countless Friday evenings to be a recognized supervisor for the past 4 years. It is an honor to present this Distinguished Service Award to not only one terrific volunteer mom, but also my mother, Mrs. Denise Gratton.
Get way in the back.
Hi, my name is Amanda Lowe, and I'm in 8th grade at Central Middle School. This recipient of the Distinguished Service Award began her career at Central Middle School 8 years ago as a 6th grade teacher. While she was a teacher, she worked with student council and curriculum activities. She was a super teacher, making students feel they could accomplish anything they wanted to. In August of 1999, she became an assistant principal. Since then, all of Central's students and parents have benefited from her efforts. She has high levels of enthusiasm for everything she does. How many assistant principals would allow themselves to be slimed by their students? We wish to honor all that she has done for the students as well as the parents of Central Middle School. Congratulations, Ms. Tracy Eschenberg.
Here we go. Ready, one.
At the close of our program, I'd like to thank everyone for the continued support of the PTAs and the PTSAs. Our students are the ones who benefit from all our efforts. Now I'd like to thank the Sparlingville staff and parents for the wonderful job they did with this year's event, and I'll now turn things over to both Leah Gurley and Dan Manguy for the final words.
I'll try not to fumble my words. But just thank you for coming. And we have Patty Bayless for the auction, silent auction. Thank you.
Short and sweet, thank you all for attending, and have a safe drive home, everyone. Thanks.
Now, before